But I sent you an invite. I specifically went out of my way to send everyone an invite to the game so that just in case this... Okay, I'm going to send it again. All right, we're just going to...
No, hold on. I'm opening up my Steam messages. It's loading. It's
For one
probably
thing,
there.
you're not even online. So, oh, you know, I never...
But I am.
It says that you're not.
But I am.
But it says that you're not. This is going to be circular, I know.
But
I am going to remove that particular image from the thing, and I'm going to send it to Rad to transform into a beautiful phoenix. It's the young black rabbit thing that, in fact, has become so large it takes over, I would say, 35% of the screen.
you might want to check the positioning of the art wheel because the art wheel, because I think it may have gotten shifted when that larger image was added to it.
That's correct. It did.
Okay.
But if I shift it now and then I downsize the image, it's going to shift it again.
Okay.
But either way, I'm just let me get this out of here. Let me get this.
Do what you feel is best.
Bad image out of here.
I am so sorry. I broke all of the overlay with my picture.
You busted it.
I'm so sorry, Rad.
You busted it, but not in like the 1980s rap version of busted it. You just
Cotton, you can do no wrong. You can bust whatever you want. It's fine.
You know, when I bust
Adding
things,
your art to anything never busts anything ever.
I say busting makes me feel good, and no one believes me, or they say ew, and I'm like, no, I swear, busting makes me feel good.
I'm who you gotta call.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, I want to watch Ghostbusters
now. All right. I should be doing the opening of the show, but instead I'm looking for this specific piece of art. Here we go, younger black rabbit. Friends, as you know, Raddosaurus rules are in effect, so no introductions. However, at least 2 announcements. 1, you are lucky. I was going to do a terrible introduction joke, but it was so bad, I decided I literally could not utter the words from my mouth and decided to skip it. Needless to say, it involved a phone call to my mother. Oh, trust me, it was there. And it
Was there any busting involved?
My chops being busted.
Oh, okay. All right.
Busting my chops. Okay, number 2. I'm gonna level it, be real with you guys for a moment. There was a suicide in my community yesterday. Parents left to walk the dog. They came back. The son had killed himself. You need help. If there's someone you need to talk to, don't talk to me. I'm not Saw Fang. I'm not a mental health professional. But what I do know, because I looked it up, almost all the 50 states are offering mental health professionals to speak with you at low or no cost, depending on your insurance. There are also private nonprofits. Call somebody. Talk to them. Even call your mother, I guess. Maybe I can tie that joke in now. No, I'm not going to. But call your mother. If you really have nothing to do, I guess there is one final resort. You could watch the entire AP Gaming Reel catalog on YouTube. I know it's long, but there's a lot of material there. You could go all the way back to like Jade Regent, Skulls and Shackles, and just... I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be telling someone that's suicidal to go back and watch those. But there's some good stuff. There's some gems in it. Moving on.
Softing
I feel
is
a little
mental
personally attacked here.
It's not, you're not the one that I'm worried about with Skulls and Shackles. Okay, look, just... Let's start with overlay and audio quality. Just, you don't even need to go any further than that. Presentation was not king back in the day. All right, thank you. Chat is saying public service National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is 1-800-273-TALK. Consider giving someone a phone call.
So Sofang is a professional mental.
Sofang says that he is a professional mental health consultant.
Interesting.
I would suggest that you call the phone number in chat before you talk to Sofang.
Interesting.
Right.
I would have never guessed that he could be one.
I have nothing to say in that regards. I feel like if you call someone at the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline or your state lines, you will definitely get someone who is 100% qualified. What else is there to say? You know, Twitch Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you can hook it up to your Twitch account and get that free Twitch Prime dollars. Did you get emotes? Yes. Could you give me money? Also yes. There's nothing else to this. There's no third part. There's just yes. The final announcement. Battletech Oath of Endosteel exists. You can watch it. There won't be a new episode this week, so for the first time ever, everyone will be on the same page for a whole week.
Oh,
yeah, I know. We can't film on Mother's Day. I thought we were going to be able to, but then schedules got wrecked.
Moms and stuff.
Yeah. Other people's moms. I was going to be fine, but now that I know that we're not doing it, I'm doing lunch with mom. So, you know what? Call your mom. I feel like we just keep
mothers and they're giving us life. How dare they?
Yeah, I feel like
Does your mom know? Does your mom know she's your backup plan for Mother's Day?
I'm gonna guess no, but you know.
Don't worry. Someone who watches the show will let her know.
Sounds right.
Yeah. What do you mean? What's your question, Pondo? Go ahead.
How would they let her know unless they know her personally?
Several people who watch the show do know me personally because they are members of my family.
I apologize to your family and our antics.
Well, hello there, Arthur's family.
Listen,
I got some stories for you.
Look, Pondo, I feel like that was really insulting. Maybe you didn't mean it to be, but you apologized for me to my family, so...
I'm also apologizing for myself to your family.
For what?
Our antics.
All right, that's it. I wasn't...
I have nothing to apologize for.
I wasn't going to use my backup intro joke, but now Pondo has made me angry enough that I am going to do it. Get ready for this bad boy. Now, as you may know, I recently purchased a new vehicle. I'm still getting used to it. It's wider, it's taller, it's bigger in every way. The exterior is not a color that I thought it would be. It's called Sandstone Metallic. I gotta say, it's a form of tan. It's like tan and gray with a little metallic sheen. The Pondothemad of colors, really.
Ooh. Yeah, basic.
I say
agree
that.
with this.
I say that, but you should know that my entire house is also painted interactive cream, which is a form of tan.
Interactive cream.
Interactive cream, look it up. It's a beautiful form of tan.
I'm just glad you know the exact name of your wall paint color.
I'm surprised that you don't know the
same,
name.
sir. Oh,
Wow.
no.
My living room was painted Cloudy Day, but I don't remember the rest of it.
See? There you go. That's Sherman-Williams SW6113 interactive cream right there.
Wow.
That is a
Outside
nice
being cloudy
cream.
day.
Thank you.
I thought that name sounded familiar, and it was actually one of the colors. Yeah.
Shouldn't be a surprise.
There's many colors. I recognize some now at this point.
But interactive cream is the king of tans.
The king of tan.
That's debatable, but okay.
I mean, isn't
Most
art
regal.
subjective, really?
The most regal of khaki.
Surprisingly, I don't actually like the color of khaki. I also don't like pants called khakis. They just no.
That's too corporate America for you. You're too punk rock for that.
I have to wear
In the
khakis
early
almost every day.
2000s, I had those pants that you could zip at the knees. You know what I'm talking about, motherfucker. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Oh no. Both practical and functional.
I would mix and match
And fashionable.
the colors. Oh, fashionable it was not,
You mix and match the colors.
but I thought it was.
That's amazing.
Remember,
Those
walk
pants
around-
with the buttons up the side that you could just like rip off if you wanted to.
yes, those are called stripper pants.
It was great on hot days because our weather changes a lot. So sometimes it's really cold in the morning and really hot in the afternoon. So you just wear shorts underneath it. You can just.
Yeah.
I said we weren't doing intros, but it sounds like we might as well just go ahead and do intros at this point. Ryan, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing okay. It rained this weekend, and for whatever reason, this particular rain decided to come in to my house because, I don't know, I guess it's a nice place to be. So it came in underneath my back door and got underneath my wood floors. So now my wood floors are swelling and buckling.
That's fucking everything you're saying is horrifying to me.
Within about a 5 by 5 foot square in front of my back door. So that has not been fun. My wife and I both agree that these floors have been a mistake. We liked them somewhat initially at first, and now we've decided that they were a bad investment. We should never have done it. And we're probably going to use this opportunity to replace our flooring with either tile or like a premium vinyl. So yeah, that's kind of.
Okay, I have an alternative here.
Big news.
I have an alternative. Trampolines. You
hear that, dear? You don't, because I'm wearing headphones, so you can't actually hear anything except for me talking to a screen. But Arthur suggests we should replace our floor with trampolines.
That sounds dangerous.
Sounds dangerous. Danger is Arthur's middle name.
Sounds like fun to me.
My middle name is Earl, but yes.
Spinal injury.
They called him Dr. Trampoline in high school.
They did not call me Dr. Trampoline
no, we
in
won't
high
be
school.
adding trampolines, but yeah, I think we're either going to do tile. I've long withheld that whenever we move into our next home, which is one we will probably design and build, we will most certainly have tile or some other form of absolute minimum maintenance required flooring, because I'm done with non-porous, or I'm done with porous flooring in my home completely.
Yeah.
I will accept nothing less than
Drying
100%
carpet.
waterproof.
Yeah.
I don't think my wife's quite as on board as I am with stamped concrete, but I would honestly just stamp the concrete slab in my house. And
what?
just
Put
have
rugs everywhere?
Well, I mean, we have rugs anyway.
Put
We have
trampolines
rugs.
everywhere. Yeah,
Trampoline
there you
rugs.
go. We brought it back.
No, stamped concrete's actually really nice. It's becoming more and more common, and we don't live in a place that's real cold.
Slam your head against it.
Well, it's going to feel the same as if you do that against tile. There's an equal amount of give.
Yeah,
but,
I guess.
Yeah. So we're like I said, we're either going to do tile or luckily, because of my job, I now have a couple of connections with some manufacturers that I might be able to get like some commercial grade flooring at cost. So that's kind of why we're looking to make this choice. My wife is trying to put the cat in the camera, but she can't.
I mean, okay, it's okay if she does. I mean, that's how we get those
there's
internet
stuff in her
bucks. Yeah.
There's the cat.
Not
And
far
a
enough
wife.
towards the camera. She needs to take about one more step to the left.
One more step to the left.
Okay,
Now
now,
it's
that was the most Raddosaurus thing possible.
I really like how fluffy your cat is.
I have yes. My wife's cat is extremely fluffy. What's unfortunate is that she leaves her fluff all over the house on everything that she sits on. She's an elderly
What's her
cat.
name?
Son of a bitch. Gracie is her name. Gracie Facey, we call her. She's an affectionate biter. So whenever you pet her, you get bit.
Everything you're saying is awful.
I agree, Arthur. I won't say that out loud. And my wife didn't hear that because I am wearing headphones.
Oh God, we're gonna fight.
Yeah, that's it. I'll do a short intro. Well, that's my doom and gloom story and its results. So I'll pass it on.
Sid looks distracted, so let's hop over to him.
Yeah. Hi. I'm here. I'm doing things. I'm actually dealing with a emergency escalation for the day job right now.
You want me to hop to somebody else?
I have nothing going on for me except the day job stuff this week, so I have nothing really to contribute except just say hi, I'm here. So hi, I'm here.
Wow.
Good.
Straightforward.
Sid is currently on a Teams meeting with someone who's standing in front of like a flaming server or something like that.
I don't know what happened. It just was there and suddenly caught on fire. I even did this appropriate thing. I splashed water on it. I don't know what happened.
Oh my God! Please don't. Oh my God! I can see that happening.
I unplugged it and plugged it back in, and still nothing. Just
I
fire.
unplugged it, plugged it back in.
Okay, God. Let's do your intro.
Me?
Yes.
Well, the most exciting thing I did was watch a video about someone's research on everybody's theories about the Illuminati, and it came out with the fact that 4% of the voting populations believe that the government is run by lizard people.
But yeah.
I'm
I
surprised
thought it was
it's that low, to be honest.
And then there was another theory that all of the celebrities were replaced by clones that were mind controlled by the government, including Beyonce, Eminem.
There's
that
one thing
one
I know
dude.
about Beyonce. She's the one secretly controlling the government. Okay, they call her
That
Queen
was
Bee
a-
for a reason.
There was another theory that she's like
And that
super
is
high
the
up
reason.
in the Illuminati. They're like, she always makes triangles with her hands. She's Illuminati.
Mm.
I
I
want to
just
I
thought
want
it
to
was
follow up
interesting.
with you, Cotton, about this. In my final days of Pathfinder Society as a volunteer adventure lieutenant, I was basically like partially in charge of the online branch, which meant you could meet people from literally anywhere who would do literally anything and had whatever standards their local area would have. So you could meet literally anyone. And this one guy was like, I just wanted to introduce myself. I was like, okay, very well. I am a venture lieutenant. I guess this is part of my job. I'm retiring in like a week, but sure, I will talk to you. And he was like, here's my resume. It's 3 pages long. I'm also a Freemason. And I was like, okay, resume. I'll just take a look over this. And I'm sorry, did you say Freemason? He was like, yes, I am part of the Masonic Order of Freemasons. I'm like a 10th rank brother. And I was like, Freemasons are real? He was like, yes, did you want to know more about it? And I was like, no, thank you. No, this conversation's over. I never heard from him again.
Here's your resume and good day.
He's watching you though, don't worry.
Now, listen, if he's still watching me after like 7 years, that was before I started the show, so...
I had an uncle that was a Freemason.
I can't believe that they're real. Like, what
It's
do
a
they
real
do?
thing, man.
They just get together and have coffee and talk about how they're gonna control the world or something?
I don't know. It's basically
knows?
like what I get. Okay, I'm not an expert. If there are any Freemasons out there, please don't be offended.
James is saying that his father-in-law is a Freemason.
Okay, I'm speaking from a place of ignorance, but as a young man, knowing my much like, is this like a great uncle? He was much older. He's an old guy, but when I was still young, not around anymore. It basically seemed to me like a fraternity for older men who could no longer be in college fraternities, right? Like a more mature version of a fraternity. Like they just did camaraderie, brotherhood things. It was like a social outlet. There was like connectivity and stuff for those dudes to hang out, like at the Mason Lodge or whatever. That's what I don't know much about it. Maybe there's more to it than that, but that's my level of understanding.
Okay.
Hopefully I didn't just get myself put on a list somewhere.
I mean, listen, if you are looking, Cotton, for secret societies that control the government, look into the National Christian Prayer Breakfast, okay? That is a real, not quite secret society, but they also don't allow outsiders to attend or ever talk about what happens there.
Well, technically, the Freemasons are also real, and they were part of
Yeah,
in
I'm
this
aware that they're
Illuminati
real now.
conspiracy video.
I am very aware that Freemasons are real. I've met one. I've met exactly one in my
My
life.
grandfather was a Freemason, actually.
Oh my god, they're everywhere!
Need those like need the Illuminati music just playing suddenly.
Should we make little triangles? Apparently, if you do that, you're part of the Illuminati.
What you didn't know is that there's a triangle on this overlay that Raddosaurus inserted because he is an Illuminati member.
Shh. Now I have to kill
I
you.
knew
Right
it.
below me. It's in the upper left-hand corner
There's
of the AP Gaming
two.
reel. Yeah.
Just wait until the Spanish Inquisition gets here.
See, they actually
Never see it
cancel each
coming.
other out. They're like two negatives. So,
Okay, that's not how secret societies work, but all right.
oh, so now Arthur knows how secret societies work, huh?
Yeah, man, I was a member of the Boy Scouts.
I knew it.
I was a member of the Order of the Arrow.
Oh, you were one
my
of those
God.
kids.
Oh boy, Order of the Arrow.
My best friend in high school was a Order of the Arrow kid.
I cannot believe the level of cult recruiting that they used on teenagers. I thought it was weird at the time, and now when I think and go back, I'm like, I was clearly not upset enough about their attempts to recruit me. Like, Rad copied the design from the Harebrained Schemes Battletech game. Yes. Or Jordan
Correct.
Wiseman could very well be an Illuminati Freemason for all we know. I don't care, but he could be. Speaking of someone who I've always suspected to be a Freemason, Pondothemad.
Who told you?
You did just now. The lights go down out here, then the detective light turns on me, and I'm like, I cracked the case. I knew I could get you to confess. Should have prepared this speech.
My week has been relatively just busy. Just a lot of people wanting to get their paint, along with some skewed priorities. Like the other day, there's a lady who
paint right now.
Yeah.
It's very skewed.
Gotta get that paint.
There's a lady who made a comment saying, "It's like I always am afraid when I have to leave my bunker, coming to get paint."
I am afraid to leave my bunker. I don't get paint, but yes.
Yeah, it's just the idea is that you want to, you're endangering yourself by going out, but yet you're getting this not essential thing at the moment. But
I don't even like paint when I'm not in lockdown. So
yeah, I don't know why people suddenly want to get all their paint. Just it's going to make
it's the fumes, man. They can't go to their local marijuana dealer, so they just want to get huffed up on paint fumes, I guess.
They want to get the paint because once they told them they can't.
Nobody gets.
That is a good way to make people want things, is to tell them they can't have them.
We can't just mindlessly bow to the will of the lizard folk, okay? We gotta rise up, get that paint.
I'm just imagining emotionless guys just talking about the right to survival. Yeah, no, it's just been hectic with work. It's constant people coming in and out trying to get stuff. Eventually, our store's about to open up now at some point. Don't know when. And the regulations and rules they have put in place for it is going to be a huge pain in the ass. Got to desanitize everything every 2 hours. Oh, shoot. What else?
Oh, sure, it might sound like a pain in the ass, but on the other hand, it is better than dying, or so I've heard. I've never talked to anybody who's been dead, but...
Well, the issue is we have to follow the no more than 10 people in an area type of thing, right?
Yeah.
That's hard to do in this town, along with the keep 6 feet away part, which we also have to keep in mind of. Also very hard to do in this town.
Do you live in a town where nobody has a personal bubble?
Yes.
He lives in a whole state that doesn't have a personal bubble.
Well, town. This area.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The rest of Nebraska is the same way. The whole Midwest, really.
Yeah. So it's things are not going to be followed what that should be followed, but it's going to be a pain in the ass. That's all I could say. Everybody at my store is ruining the idea of it. Would rather just keep the doors locked and not let anybody in.
Yeah.
My plan. Well, I had one final joke. I'm trying to figure out whether or not I want to deploy it. I guess I'll say this instead, because the 2 board game cult members are here. There will not be a board game cult episode this week either. Not going to record a new one, because instead Monday night I'll be working on the Battletech RPG that I've been designing. So Someone on Patreon did like a full PowerPoint presentation for my thing, and they were like, you can use it or not, whatever you want. You can use it. I was just like, oh my god, this is like Raddosaurus over here, just like, you know, there's like textured paneling, it's all columnized and everything, and I'm like, well, now I can't not use it. I mean, it looks good what you've done here.
That's my secret of getting Arthur to do stuff, is I slap a coat of paint on it. Can't say no now.
If it looks like people have put effort into something, I don't want to dishonor them by not using it.
Well, get ready, because I'm going to send you one of those too, and it's going to contradict that guy's. So then you're going to have to make a call.
I mean, at that point, I'll just do whatever I want.
Exactly. It's my way of giving you your freedom.
Thank
welcome.
you for giving me my
Preemptively.
freedom.
What did I say earlier today? I don't remember what it was. I'm prepared to compromise your artistic vision. I tickled myself pretty good with that one.
Oh my god. I mean, Rad could be doing Oath of End of Steel face busts for the characters. I don't know. We'll work it out. I need that guest overlay though, so I can get Grimdark James on.
Okay.
Yeah. You got time though. I'd say you've got about 10 days.
Okay. Easy peasy.
What's Grimdark James doing?
I don't know, but I want to have the overlay, and I'll talk to him probably after the show. Look, I've been talking to James and Rad and 2 other people about showing up, and, you know, seems like Rad isn't available immediately, so we'll go with James. James can help us get through 3027.
Fair enough.
You never know what happens in 3027. I do, because I've read the wiki, but I also read all of the Battletech novels, but... Are we ready to do this?
I am ready.
All right. I'm ready to hear what sort of not plan you guys have. 27. Yep. And... Okay, Grimdark James says, I'm a slut for AP show. I will turn up whenever I'm required. I don't know what to say to that.
I don't think you should say anything to that.
I think it says everything anyone
Just
would
accept
need to
it.
know.
Yeah. So the first thing we see is a comic book panel with the familiar face of Star Captain Menace, as he's bringing down a giant mace club onto a shield, and there's sparks flying off of the shield. And then we get the point of view from the person holding the shield, looking up at Menace over the shield. And Menace goes, "Give up, Commander Starleague! Your time is now!" And Commander Starleague throws the mace off and rises to his feet and gets into like a boxing position and says, "We're humanity, the best of the Star League. The only thing we gave up on is giving up." And then he, kapow! Kaspam! Knockout! And Menace just goes flying. Ah!
I could do this all afternoon.
No, the best part of that scene is where Captain America's like, "Yeah, I know." Hating talking to yourself. Thing that I know about. We see like a blue hologram appear before Commander Starleague, and it has like a name tag that says Professor Bonsai and then text beneath it. So it's like a computer generated AI image of someone whose mouth is moving and text, and it says, "Commander Starleague, report back to base. There's a trouble." And that's the last page of this issue, and they close it, and it says Commander Starleague issue 3. The front panel is just a full body Kenneth Cross Jr. We're talking looking over the shoulder from behind, tight jeans butt look going on there. His shirt is off, so we get those back muscles look, but he's still wearing his holsters.
I mean, obviously, you just need an over-tight white beater. You don't need the shirt off.
No wife beater. No, it's 100% all natural from the waist up, except for that, you know, under the both shoulder gun holsters. And Chia is just like, okay, looks good. I'm signing off on this one too. And then we cut back over to the four of you, tensely preparing for your day. You know that by noon you have to arrive at the city's art gallery in order to present your offering to Star Captain Tallgeese, bait him into some sort of situation where you can privately beat his ass and maybe dismember him, and then infiltrate the planetary command center to find and disable the nuclear launch. It's definitely not going to be like Metal Gear Solid, where you break in and you're like, this will disable the nuclear launch, and then the villain shows up and is like, actually, you enabled the nuclear launch. I just spoiled the ending of Metal Gear Solid. On the other hand, it's been remastered 3 times and it's 20 plus years old, so if you haven't played it by now, you probably don't give a shit.
Yeah, I think it's safe.
There's no excuse at this point for not playing it.
I mean,
you
it is
actually had
fantastic.
no way of playing
the
it.
science behind it is awful, but it does discuss several ethical questions.
Isn't that what the Metal Gear thing was about? It's about absurdity with some.
Yeah, I mean, the Metal Gear Solid series has always been about nuclear disarmament, but it mixed in some like genetic cloning science that definitely does not hold up.
No, of course
It
not.
also brought the word muff back in a way that made it reasonable to use in conversation with other people.
Interesting.
That's material unaccounted for the folks at home that are dying like Raddosaurus. It refers to nuclear material.
No, it's not, folks at home.
It refers
Don't say it.
nuclear material that has been lost from containment zones, and no one can find where it is.
It's a euphemism for what it really is.
Thank you for that, Rad.
Yes.
Okay, I have no. Are we still doing the art thing, right? That hasn't changed.
Yes.
I believe the picture is finished. You have painted a smoke jaguar with smaller fractal smoke jaguars within it. Jags on jags on jags.
Correct.
I formed a list of insults to insult the guy.
You had a whole week, so these better be hot fire.
I mean, there'll be clan insults.
They better be clan hot fire.
There'll be a lot of calling dishonor and genetic waste. So we'll see.
Okay. What do you do?
I guess we load up and go head over when the time comes.
Okay. No other planning, nothing like that?
I don't know what else, because we ultimately have to go see the place and we haven't been able to access the place yet. So
All right, like we can't carry any guns. When is the event scheduled to happen?
Around noon.
And is it the morning of?
Morning of.
Can I have either now or have already taken the time to gather intel on the facility itself, like a floor plan?
I
maybe
believe
establish like some rally points to where, like, if shit goes down.
you have said that you are not leaving the facility that you are currently in because you don't want to be recognized, correct?
Yeah. So, like, do I know do I have a good feel for how well I'm disguised whenever I'm all made up?
I think it's something like a 13, so
Okay.
you have a feel of about a 13.
I think my piece of the puzzle is to be maybe like getaway driver. Like I'm Jason Statham in the car. Like I'm on standby. Maybe I'm the guy in the chair.
Yeah, I
right?
understand. Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
you're the one who, when the
Right.
crime goes down, you're the one that ends up getting caught and doing the time for it, while everybody else is just like, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Are there? So what are the what's the enemy like air presence in the city?
There is a lot of VTOL traffic and helicopters. No light aircraft.
Like commercial
Yeah,
VTOL
it's
traffic?
all commercial. Like, there's no military VTOLs, which doesn't surprise you because you know the smoke jaguars aren't big on vehicles. They're not Hell's Horses or something like that, or Ghost Bears.
Okay.
As far as military aircraft goes, there are flyovers, but it's only like once a day, and it's at such high altitude that you wouldn't know about it if you weren't picking up news broadcasts involving it.
I would like to organize then a if we can get our guys to commandeer one or get one from somewhere or whatever, and have a plan for aerial extraction if needed. Right? Like I want to be, since I'm not going to be necessarily directly interfacing with the mission or on the mission, like on not going to be face to face. I want to have done all the prep work to say like these are your egress routes. This is the, you know, this is your I guess there's no flare gun, right? They can't have weapons on them. Kind of disguise a flare gun or something. Well, we won't do that. We don't need that. We'll just do it by radio communication. But right, like there's a plan for getting out on the roof. There's a plan for getting out at the street level. There's I don't know if we have a SWAT team or anything that we can't drop to try and get them out of the building if they're stuck in the building.
You haven't heard back from your intelligence contacts, your special forces guys in the city. I mean, if you want to do an open broadcast, you can try to contact them.
To get like the VTOL and stuff that I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the guys that want to go steal an elemental suit. Well, I mean, kill an elemental and take a suit. Yeah.
Right. Well, so I assume that operation is happening. Is there anyone else, like, or did every single one of the guys?
There are 5 other members of the team that you haven't heard from. Okay. They are present in the city. You have no way of contacting them beyond just like openly being like Charlie team.
I want to put so would it be fair to assume that we have like a code system, right?
Yes.
Like, can I basically call into the local radio station and use like thieves can't?
Oh boy!
What
was this called back in post World War II age?
Yeah, I'm blanking on the name, but we're absolutely talking about the exact same thing.
Yeah,
right?
number station.
Yeah.
Yes, you want to set up a number station.
So I want to put the word out to contact me.
This is a man who reads the wanted ads in the newspaper right here.
And give them like a burner phone number that I have that they can contact me on.
Yeah, all right, that's reasonable. So I think in the morning then you get contact from someone who checks in and is just the first thing they say is, this isn't a secure line.
I need resources.
When and where?
I'm gonna give him like is there like a subway down the street or something, right? Like for like an in-person.
The pizza place. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna meet with him in person because this is too sensitive to talk about on an unsecure line.
He hangs up immediately.
Okay.
Several minutes later.
I'm gonna go there, but what I said was sandwich shop, but he knew that meant pizza place.
Of course. No one could ever see through that code. Or just track you by your cell phone. Which is a lot easier.
I want the flat, unwrapped, unbaked calzone place. That's what we're going. No one will figure that out.
I mean, really, isn't a pizza just a sandwich?
Yeah.
New York style, you fold that thing up and you eat it like a tortilla wrap.
Yeah, the New York sandwich shop. That's right. Tell them to meet me.
Get 2 Totino's pizzas, put a bunch of pizza holes in the middle, and fold them on top of each other.
Oh, Cotton, you're an abomination.
And I don't think this is unreasonable because I remember when I talked to SF guy, when you first introduced him, I made a point to say I make sure that we have a combo plan because I did not want these guys out in the wind.
I agree, but I just want to be clear that the double Tostinos thing is an abomination.
Okay. Fair
You
enough.
said it wasn't,
Noted.
and I knew that wasn't what you were referring
Have
to.
you
But
That's
tried
fantastic.
no, but I'm also not going to.
Then you can't call it an abomination if you haven't tried it.
I can call Cthulhu an abomination, but I haven't had my brain sucked by him.
All right, so when I go down there
that's
and
good
meet
because
that
you'd be
guy,
dead if you did.
I'm wearing the Captain America like solid colored shirt, solid colored baseball hat, and like aviator sunglasses. The costume, the disguise costume that every MCU character wears whenever they're incognito.
Someone comes up behind you and says, "On your left," and goes jogging past you. Yeah, and he expects you to follow him and go on the jog together.
Okay, yeah.
As
Lock
he
the door.
slows his pace to jog with you, he says, "Sorry, sir, we have to stay on the move. I might be tracked."
I understand. So I give him basically the start and finish of the operation. I don't tell him what the operation is for plausible deniability, but I tell him, look, these are your action items. What can you do for me as an egress plan, preferably aerial, but otherwise if necessary.
He says one of us can get access to a helicopter, but being in the air is dangerous. We do not have superiority in any way up there.
I'm looking for discretion as opposed to conflict.
We might be able to get something like a bank truck.
Okay. That works. Do you have any CQB personnel?
We
that
are
you can
all
supply this
trained to
mission?
use elemental suits and jump infantry. We're all going to be good in that regard.
That's a different skill set of being dressed like a waiter and getting people out of a building.
So that's what you want?
Yeah, I want.
I didn't
personnel.
realize that was part of CQB, because my understanding of CQB comes from Metal Gear Solid 3, where they go, test your CQB skills in this QuickTime event.
No,
so I assumed CQB was using a knife to stab somebody to death.
Well, it's clearing rooms, clearing hallways. You know what I mean?
Okay,
like getting in
these guys are all trained in that.
interior combat. Okay.
Yes.
So if he has 2 or 3 people that can just squad with me if I have to lead an extraction team into the building. That's what I'm looking for.
So he says, if we do this, whether this succeeds or not, our cover here is going to be blown.
That's why it's a last ditch plan. It's the plan. If everything goes according to plan, then you never be utilized. You never have to break cover. Would you just sit in a van somewhere and wait? But if we need it, then yeah, this is worth blowing your cover.
What I'm saying, sir, is that if I go to if we get this vehicle and are on site, we're blown one way or another.
Well, what do you rate your mission status as currently?
I think I might be being followed.
So sounds like your mission might already be ending anyway.
I'm just making you aware of the situation so that you can make the final call, sir.
All right, then you get who you can to me, and you don't come. If you're compromised, you do not come on this mission.
I'll pass this off to one of our other personnel.
Okay, take care of yourself.
We start speeding up.
I start slowing down because I'm probably. Well, no, I'm in pretty good shape. I'm probably not tired, but I act tired.
Okay.
I just want to secure as many emergency assets as possible for this operation.
Okay. So you believe that in the general area of the art gallery, there will be 2 to 3 guys in a built armored bank vehicle.
And I would like to be with them, right? Like that's our little command post. We're sitting in the armored vehicle. We got the comms.
Just to be clear, this is not gonna be a comm vehicle insofar as you're just going to be like using cell phones and a laptop.
Yeah. No, that's fine. And I've got I'm the guy in the chair. I have a laptop. I don't know. I may be playing games on it, but I have a laptop. Okay?
Gattaca. That guy's playing
Gattaca. Guy in the chair's
Gattaca.
got to have a computer. Okay. I've got the blueprints open or some Mission Impossible shit going on, right?
Today is just nothing but MCU references.
Show me the blueprints. And then if
Walk me
possible,
through the plan.
there's another guy sitting in a helicopter like 8 rooftops away, just in case or something, right? I don't know. Maybe not.
They they can get you a helicopter, but the thing is the moment that someone's like, "Hey, there's a helicopter that's off course," they're just gonna send an aerospace fighter to blow it up.
Okay, then never mind on that. If I thought that there's commercial traffic all over the place,
There is, but if you deviate from like planned flight, Rad is like, "This makes me angry." I mean, welcome.
No, that's fine.
Clans are big on bureaucracy.
That's fine. If everybody like submits a flight plan and has to stick to it,
Yes.
and they're tracking that in like real time,
Yep.
I don't know how 50 personnel on the entire planet are keeping that close an eye on air traffic.
So that's just the military personnel.
Okay. There's still plenty of loyalists looking out. Okay. All
Right, like techs and scientists.
Sure,
and such.
that makes sense.
Yeah, but there's only like 50 military people, like Mechwarriors and such.
All right. So if we have to shoot our way out, that's not ideal, but I feel pretty good about that because there can't be that many of them in there in this one building at this one event.
Correct.
Okay.
True.
Yeah, if they use the Area 51 logic, they'd actually probably win. We
You're
can't
gonna Naruto run at the
You got a
gallery.
Naruto run, you'll be fine.
No, of course.
We'll be able to dodge their bullets.
The ultimate defense, the Naruto run.
The name of that game back in the day where everyone used K-style butterflying to dodge bullets. Super John Woo sword and gun. It was made in Korea, but K-styling was so popular. I can't remember.
I don't know.
I got nothing.
But boy, using your sword to help you wall climb. You literally you could run along the wall, and then if you canceled using your sword, you could start the run again instead of falling to the floor. And so people would spend the whole time like running along the ceiling and then spraying bullets down from above. Game was fucking whack. I cannot for the life of me remember it, but YouTube comments is gonna be like, Arthur, it's obviously this game, you fucking moron.
Sounds a bit like Tribes.
Well, it wasn't Tribes, but it was definitely from that era. Oh man, Tribes. Wow. Were you a Tribes player, Sid? You actually seem like you probably played Tribes and enjoyed it.
No, actually, I was
No?
not a Tribes player. No.
Could be, though, especially with those gaming. The man shells out for gaming glasses. Come on, that's a typical gamer move. All right, what about the rest of you? What are you doing in the lead up to mission deployment?
I think I'm just making sure I have everything, like the two last pistols and the last rifle. The one last pistol being for someone else to use.
Can we
Just make
jump
sure
back?
I'm geared up to go.
Can we jump back to the guy in the chair real quick? 1 second, because I thought of something else.
Yeah.
I want to have firefighter uniforms for all. I want to rip the page right out of Mission Impossible. And if everything goes wrong, people inside can just pull the fire alarm and we're going to run in like firefighters out of a bank truck.
I feel like you should just get a fire truck at that point.
Well, if we could, we would, but I think that would be probably harder to get a fire truck.
I figure a bank truck would be hard to get.
I don't know.
Firefighter uniform. I feel like that's probably some sort of laborer cast, so not that difficult to acquire.
So I figured the bank truck would be under the scientist cast.
No, it's under laborer as well. So, give you a little backstory in this bank truck. It's like a private vehicle that they've been holding on to since the clans took the planet over.
Oh, I was going to say, how about this? If this is any easier, is dress up like EMTs and have an ambulance.
Sure.
Okay.
You'd all need scientist cast uniforms, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some of your guys are scientist cast, so they can do that. They'll repaint the bank truck to look like a ambulance, but it's not going to hold up over a long period of time.
Okay, yeah. I'm cool with that. All right, sorry. That's it, I'm done now, for real, this time.
Sid, Cotton?
Well, Rabbit's just doing any finishing touching on the painting before they go.
What kind of finishing touch are we talking about here? Adding little hearts everywhere?
Cleaning up the details that she might have messed up. Maybe adding a nice border.
Border. Landscaping in the background. Just waves your
Sure.
pen and a mountain appears with majestic storm clouds.
She's
passing
gonna do
by.
landscaping in the background, but it all looks like it's made out of smoke. Like little buildings and little mountains made out of smoke.
Wow. Smoke Jaguar is gonna love this. Sid?
I don't imagine there's much to actually do for me
Okay.
at the moment.
All right. Everybody loads up into your pickup truck, drives over to the gallery. I would like some checks from everybody. I'm going to tell you ahead of time, these are perception checks, and the number you are required to hit is different for everyone. Sid?
Will Sixth Sense apply?
No.
It says perception checks to avoid being surprised or ambushed.
No.
No? Okay.
Sid, your difficulty is a 12. Rad and Pondo, your difficulty is a 14, and Black Rabbit is a 16.
Is there any bonus to this roll?
Your perception score.
Oh,
It's perception based off of.
Intelligence.
Everyone knows perception is based off of.
There's no wisdom.
duh.
I got exactly a 14, which is not enough.
That is not enough.
Oops.
Ooh, Rad is green today. I don't know how to
I
handle
haven't
that.
rolled yet, though. That's not my roll.
Yes, but I am weirded out by it.
Aren't I usually green?
I don't know. I don't associate you with green.
He just hasn't. He's been green. He just hasn't colored his dice to be green.
Really green with.
Perception.
I got 12.
That's what you needed. Yeah.
You said I needed like 9.
No, like 12.
If I can't get 14. That's not possible. Do
Okay.
I got 15.
you want me to roll anyway?
Yes. I mean, if you double six it, I'll give it to you. And it's just like, I casually double sixed it, no problem. I actually rolled a 7 on a 6-sided die. I'm just that good. Murder 6, Bandito. There are 2 warriors outside the facility. They both have las rifles. They have the kind of shaved temples and shaved head that you associate with clan Mechwarriors. One of them has clearly lost a little weight recently, and his uniform marks him as a Salama, which is essentially like a clan nearly retired warrior who's supposed to go on suicide missions and get himself killed for the glory of the clan. All of you see this person, but only Murder 6 and Bandito recognize that this is actually Commandant Blake Marsden, your brother-in-law.
Oh, he lost weight.
So he salutes you when you approach and says, Star Captain, we're expecting to see you here today.
It was a last-minute visit.
He opens the door for you.
He just nods and starts heading inside.
Do the rest of you like Congo line in behind?
Well, I don't, but
Oh, right. You're going
Yeah.
over to the ambulance.
I'm in the ambulance.
Okay, yeah. Black Rabbit, Murder 6, you going in as well?
Yeah.
As the 2 of you enter, now that the Star Captain is not within earshot, the second car goes, what the fuck, man? Cut it with the contractions. You are going to get us in trouble. Just because you're old doesn't mean you can break the rules. Damn it, I said doesn't. Does not mean that you can break the rules. Is what he says.
You've got me doing it now, damn it.
Damn it! I'm going to do Shakespeare in the Park after this.
You did another contraction.
You did another contraction, sir! Your mother was a contraction!
Oh.
It is the highest dishonor in all of clan society!
How dare you smacks with a pulled off glove.
Meanwhile, in the van, it is hot and crowded. There's a driver up front, and then there's the guy in the back with you. This was not intended to hold two people and a bunch of laptops and phones, so it's getting pretty hot in here. And it smells kind of like
Butthole.
no, it smells like, what are those corn chips that are shaped like triangle, like pyramid cylinders?
Bugles?
It smells like warm bugles in the back of
Gross.
Yeah, I don't know what's worse, actually.
So every few minutes, one of them checks their phone and like sends a message asking the elemental team to check back in because they haven't heard from them.
Well, they probably died. Or just waiting for the exact moment, who knows?
Probably dead.
How dare they fail with the rocket launcher?
They did not take the rocket launcher.
I know. I was
Took the
making sure.
autocannon.
Jeez. That's not much worse, but yeah. At least in this system.
Actually, if I remember right, the autocannon does not do much damage.
It's probably 4.
Does about as much as a handgun, right?
Just shoot a little farther.
Actually, I think it was like 3 or something like that, but you could shoot 3 people at the same time.
Yes.
So it's actually slightly worse damage than a handgun, but you can shoot multiple people.
So it's good if you have multiple targets, but if you're going up against a single target, you're screwed.
It's good if you have multiple squishy targets.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist in this game.
You already faced targets who were not wearing armor.
That's fair.
Last combat. As you enter, you can see that there are several merchant cast artisans standing by their artwork. One is a smoked jaguar formed entirely out of some form of like stale orange cheese. Smoked jaguar iconography is everywhere. Some of them, appear to be paintings of Star Captain Talgeese, but instead of giving him the 2 stars of the 3 stars of a Star Captain. Fuck, I forgot how many stars they get. They've given him 5 to indicate that he has the honor of a Khan of the clan.
That's a bold move.
Star Captain gets 2 stars. I bet.
Still. It's a bold move. He was just mostly just scoping the place out as much as he can. Possibly looking for private areas that he could take someone to totally not slit their throat.
This place is still the original art gallery that it was. There's a basement and there is a back loading docks for moving like private paintings in and out. Almost all of the original artwork has been removed or pulled off the walls. Like all the installation stuff is gone, and you could see the places where the paint has been like maintained, so you can see the empty frame from the weathering. Right now, just like the main hall, like the entrance hall, is being filled with all of the current works. You could pull him onto like the second floor, anywhere in the first floor, like private back areas, and probably get something done. Or the basement. They always do the good interrogation arm removals down in the basement.
Interesting.
I noticed no one equipped a bone saw to their characters, so
you are not ready.
I mean, you just got to cut off the joints, that's all.
Hey, I have a surgical medical kit. Field surgery kit.
Maybe
so I think I do have a bone saw.
Wow, all right. Just keep it in your purse, huh?
I keep it in my field surgery kit.
In
feel
your
like it's just
Jack
like a
Bauer messenger bag.
I feel like it's just like the chop saw, not chop saw. Oh shoot, what's it called? It's the little hand saws that you use cut the metal or pipe with.
Yeah, like a little
Fake
electric saw,
hacksaw.
like brrrr.
Hacksaw, yes.
No,
It's
it
like
looks
little
exactly
hacksaw,
like
so you
those things
just-
they use to get casts off of people.
I think they use Dremels mostly, at least to get the hard part off. They use Dremel for me. It's pretty much to put a cutoff wheel with the Dremel. Like, zzz.
After several minutes, you notice that there is significant chatter increase as a vehicle arrives outside that has a flag with 2 stars on it, indicating that a star captain has arrived. And someone has gotten out and rolled a red carpet up to the front door, but because the door has stairs, the carpet stops at the bottom and then like rolls back a little bit. A little embarrassing. McGurk, anything you want to do at this point as you get your first look at Star Captain Talgis exiting facility?
He's exiting the facility.
Sorry, he's exiting his vehicle and entering the art facility.
I'm gonna
Smack him.
alert the team and
Okay.
give him a physical description.
So you're like using your cell phone, open broadcast kind of deal?
Yeah, I figure like maybe at least one of them's got Bluetooth in or something like that. I don't know, right? It's future 80s. They probably have some stupid headset on that looks.
I want to say
Dumb.
this. All right, I moved from a 99 Accord to a 2018 CRV. The number of changes that I've had so far are
Listen.
so many. But now my phone is hooked into my Bluetooth.
Listen, when you said that on Discord, I laughed out loud. I was like, "Oh my god, welcome to 2004, Arthur."
So now I can get my YouTube in the internal speakers of my vehicle, and the very first thing I listened to was Toto's Africa.
Arthur was like, "My phone plays through my speakers." It's the future. I'm like, oh, Arthur.
Listen, it has better gas mileage than my sedan, and it also has
Well,
a
yeah.
tighter turning radius, which confuses the fuck out of me. And the power steering is better. I'm very confused. 20 years of car science has really changed a lot of things.
I was super excited when I got a new car and the windows all rolled down and the windshield wipers worked.
Wow.
Wow.
I could not
it wasn't
figure
on
out
fire.
how.
And it wasn't on fire.
I couldn't figure out how to get my windshield wipers to work. When I turned the windshield wiper thing, it would only do the back windshield wiper. And then I finally figured out you have to press
have a
it down.
back
And
windshield wiper?
yes. Yeah,
That's
it's
so
very nice.
swanky.
It's there. It exists. I wouldn't say it's swanky.
You kids kill me.
Biggest thing I was excited about in my vehicle was the fact that the air conditioner worked.
Heated seats with remote starting.
I feel you there.
Remote starting is pretty great,
Yes, it
especially
is.
on a winter
Yeah,
day.
I miss it.
Can't wait to use it.
I miss it sometimes.
All right. This guy is a little tall for a Mechwarrior, you know, in the same way that Luke Skywalker's a little short for a Stormtrooper. Doesn't really mean anything. His hair is like a broom. So it sides gone, up, straight up, and is held in place by some sort of goop. We're talking this
So
guy
we're
must
talking
spend,
like the XCOM hair.
yeah,
right?
or like Guile.
Guy, that's yeah.
Several people from Trigun,
Okay.
I guess. Yeah, Vash the Stampede here.
Where
Yeah,
they
Stampede.
just comb straight up.
Yeah, he comes straight up with product. It holds in
Maybe
place.
that's what I should have done to hide the rabbit ears.
His arms and legs are a little bit longer than the average human, but nothing out of place for a Klean Mechwarrior who's been genetically engineered. Your pilot. He just looks a little odd when he moves. You know, there's like a roll to his movement. He does have to duck down to get into the building. And the guy behind him, who is very clearly an elemental bodyguard out of armor, has to like fold his body in half and hold his hand over him to make sure he doesn't slam his head against the wall. He
Jeez.
enters the facility and then turns towards you, Bandito, and says, "Star Captain, is it?" Let me see your codex. I know everyone on this planet, and I don't know you.
He'll just show him the codex.
Okay, he starts looking it over. Let me ask, how's it feel to be basically face to face with this guy in a room full of people who will definitely kill you if they find out that you are not who you say you are?
I think Bandy is really just in the zone at the moment. He's gotten this
No
far.
contractions. He's zenning. No contractions.
Yeah, he's pretty much just like, don't say contraction. Don't say it's a contraction.
Do not say contraction.
A rise
Do
star.
not say contraction.
And I've never heard of you. When did you arrive on planet?
Briefly.
That is not a time.
A week ago.
There haven't been any landings in the last week.
It was a surprise visit.
In the last week, the atmosphere has been filled with garbage, and no one can get on or off it.
Can I get a time zone of like the last week?
Yeah, you're invaded.
Has it been only a week
In
since
the
we've
last
been on
week, you've
planet?
invaded, and there was a huge fight, and a dropship blew up, and then a whole bunch of satellites blew up, and then a whole bunch of aerospace fighters blew up, and then they hit all of the other satellites in orbit, and now it's basically like a ball of fire surrounds the planet.
Been multiple weeks ago for us is kind of sticking with me. It's a little difficult to determine what's been a week here and what's been several
I'll let
weeks
you
in
go
real time.
back and restart this conversation. So he'll
Yes.
say, when did you arrive on planet?
He'll essentially say he arrived when they started bringing in ghost bears and the Nova Cats.
So, with the Crusaders then.
Yes.
And how would you rate the bondsmen?
They are adequate.
They're bondsmen for a reason.
Why are you speaking so unusually? Are you ill?
I could ask the same for you.
I have to
He
take
looks
a
around like-
monumentally large grumpy.
What does that even mean?
You lack discipline.
Like the elemental behind him is just looking confused, and he's just like, are you seeking a fight?
No.
Good. He lets go of your arm with your codex with it and starts walking around looking at the artwork.
Bandito will just keep a not really like a close eye, just an occasional glance, just waiting for him to mess up something. Attempt to steal some art, essentially.
So he goes around and is like looking at art, and occasionally he gestures to the elemental, and the elemental just like pulls the artist aside and is like, thank you for your contributions to the artisan subcast. You're being reassigned to the laborer cast. He stops in front of your artwork and does the like
It's bold.
Who are you, artisan?
It's been a couple weeks. I don't remember what my code name was.
Black Jaguar.
It was Celine.
That would be easy for her to remember.
Yes, that was why it was picked.
My name is Celine.
Why have I never seen you at one of these art presentings?
I was recently reassigned to the artisan cast.
I don't recall seeing any transfers. Tell me about this artwork.
I call it fractile perfection.
Yes. Yes, I see. Jaguars inside jaguars. Each jaguar representing a different member of the clan, contributing to the greater clan whole. And the name itself implies that jaguars are perfection. Good, I like it. He turns to his elemental and says, take it. Thank you for your service to the clan.
Sorry, I think this is when Bandito will interrupt
Yeah.
and motion for the elemental to stop what he's doing.
The elemental does not stop what he's doing.
You will not take what is not yours. If you cannot make your own art, then you're not worth the genetic heritage that you've been given.
He turns to Wardra and goes, seriously, you seem as if you're really trying to start a fight with me.
Perhaps you're just easily aggressed.
This artwork belongs to the clans. I am the senior clan representative on this planet.
Then make your own.
What are you saying? I should furnish the command center with my own art?
Yes.
This
Or
is
perhaps
ridiculous.
you do not have the
Sir Captain,
guts to do it yourself.
leave this facility immediately before I call a trial of grievance upon you, and I leave your body hanging from a rafter. We have need of you for now until you test my patience further.
I do not think you have the capability to accomplish a victory. If you have to have others do your dirty work, then you will be of no struggle to defeat.
I would like you to make a protocol roll.
Shit.
Someone at home is going, really, Arthur, protocol? But this is literally clan protocol, so...
Okay.
Pondo's like, let me just invest some XP real quick.
I don't have the... Well, I guess
Oh, look at that. I have a +9.
I have acting. How about that?
I will allow you to perform acting at a higher difficulty.
I can do protocol. I got a point in it.
Okay.
I got a +3. Here we go. I'm using Rad's dice. That's probably a problem.
So a 9.
That would be a 9.
That's not enough.
Okay, I'll spin an edge to reroll.
Okay.
What is my target that I need? Or are you just keeping it a
12.
secret? 12? So I have to reroll both.
Yeah.
Or just try to get a 6. Okay.
Hey.
13.
13.
Okay. He turns and says, your behavior is reprehensible for one of the clan, and I would see you dead in a circle of equals.
Your honor is a disgrace.
Choose the
It
time
taints
and
your
place.
genetic bloodline. What was the two areas? The basement and the...
I mean, look, you really missed a Rage Against the Machine opportunity here to just say, what better place than here? What better time than now?
I will save you.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. He just shows up, rail grinding in the middle of the art facility. He's like, oh, what's up, bro? It's me, Canadian legend Tony Hawk.
You said the basement and the loading bays were it's private place?
Yes. Apparently, Tony Hawk is actually American. My apologies, Canada. I didn't want to dishonor you by accident.
I will save you the dishonor in front of everybody by challenging you in the basement.
No, I just challenge you. Do you not?
I mean, yes.
You're an adult.
Shoot.
Do you not understand how clan bidding works? All right, you've chosen the basement, and how shall we do this and when?
What better time than now
Okay.
with our own hands?
Very
Or
well.
perhaps... Never mind. Wait, the last part. You'll start heading towards the basement in hopes
Yeah,
that
he goes with you.
along
His
by himself.
elemental goes, and he gestures for 3 of the artists to join him and both of the guards.
Okay, that's fair.
So
Fair fight it
you,
is.
Kim, his elemental, 3 random artists, and both guards head down to the basement.
Are we not able to accompany?
I mean,
Can I be a random artist?
I will allow you to make a roll to attempt to be chosen for this great honor using protocol.
Okay, how about this? Do you really think that you want to have yourself humiliated in front of all these people?
Do you not understand how Circle of Equals works? Are you sure you're a smoke jaguar?
Yes.
Eliminating you from the bloodline will do us all good.
I would say the same to you. If you want to be humiliated, have them join. If not,
You're not going to be able to talk him out of
okay, that's fine.
Your upside can be Sid and Cotton can attempt to join using protocol.
That's fine.
You'll need to hit a 10. It is like protocol. I've waited my whole life for this one roll.
13.
Etiquette and protocol.
Well, I got 2 ones.
I don't know what to say to that. Would you like to re-roll?
I could use lucky, I would.
No.
Only got 1 edge, and I don't know what else is going to go down.
That's a good point. All right, so Sid, you are one of the 3 artist laborer technicians that are heading down into this area. So just to mark the score, you've got 1 elemental who is against you. You have 2 random laborer artisans. You've got 1 guard that is clan. On your side, you have your brother-in-law and yourself. So 4 members of this circle will be legitimate, and 2 will be undercover brothers. In-law.
This is not
Undercover
1v1.
brothers-in-law.
Did I misunderstand up at Shaw? Is it not 1v1 or is it just here as
It
witnesses?
is, but they
it's
literally
okay.
form a circle to like push. It's, you know, it's like a street fight. They push you back in.
Gotcha,
if-
gotcha.
If you
Okay.
go past the edge of the circle, you lose. So throwing
Gotcha,
somebody
gotcha.
out, legitimate. Murdering them in the ring, legitimate. Surrendering, legitimate.
Okay,
Did you happen to brush up on your melee fighting?
I did.
Hand to hand, the basis of all combat. That's a Metal
Should've
Gear
said-
Solid reference for those in the know.
Should have just said pistols. Damn it. Pistols and fists, but that's fine. I feel like this guy's wearing the laser resistant armor as compared to the flak resistant.
Is the elemental armored?
He is armed but not armored.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you want to try to take on an elemental, buddy.
Sid is like, I get into a fist fight with an elemental. 10 seconds later, he's like, I get into a hospital bed.
I get in a hospital to bed because of an elemental.
With an elemental. Oh, wait.
Okay. Was hoping for a private encounter to possibly
I mean,
stand-
it's somewhat less private than the entire planet watching and or the whole art gallery watching.
I guess that's true.
Well, sounds like you're just gonna have to whoop his ass.
I guess so.
So he pulls on like thin leather gloves and cracks his knuckles and then starts warming up by like hopping in place and doing some jabs. This downstairs area is unfurnished. It's clear that there used to be walls down here, but someone has ripped them down. There are still areas set up for like restoration of paintings and stuff like that, so if they needed to, they could perform it even though they're not currently active. All right, James, come on, you can't keep doing the Fight Club thing. They spread out into a circle that's like 4 arm lengths on each radius. So there's enough room to maneuver, but not enough to, like, if you have to move around, you're not going to have a comfortable amount of space. Where do you choose to be, Sid? Like on a clock formation here. Your boy, Blake, has placed himself at the 6 o'clock position. The elemental has placed himself at the 1 o'clock position.
12 o'clock.
Standing right next to an elemental.
Yep.
Right where you want to be.
Yep.
Okay.
He wants to cut the minimum amount of time needed to get bear hugged to death by an elemental by half.
So he cracks his neck in the process while doing the shoulder thing, you know. And he says, "This is your last chance, Star Captain. I will withdraw this trial of grievance if you will submit to Hejira."
Over my dead body.
I mean, he says, "So be it," and then he arcs in for a sucker punch.
Okay.
That's not very honorable.
You son of
All right,
a-
if we're fighting dirty, I'm fighting dirty too. Here comes the groin shots.
Great, awesome.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is gonna be great.
Yeah. Let's roll for initiative.
Okay.
Sid, at the end of every round, I'm just gonna check in and see what you want to do here. You win.
8 plus whatever it is.
Yeah,
reflex?
you win.
Okay.
Okay, so
Oh, I don't get a roll initiative for the group.
no.
This isn't mech combat, unfortunately.
Just to be clear to the folks in chat, he is not hand-to-hand fighting an elemental, probably because he doesn't want to die. What is happening is that he is hand-to-hand fighting the Star Captain in charge of the planet, who is a Mechwarrior, who specializes in hand-to-hand combat. And in specifically beating the ass off of all his opponents in the ring.
Yeah. So you're saying I probably should stick with the gun.
So Bondo's like, "So you're saying I have a chance?"
Well, in our defense, we were given the impression that Bandito could choose that it had to be one-on-one with no witnesses so we could all jump him. That's what I thought the original plan was.
That's what I thought too, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's what I was understanding was possible by talking about it, but I guess not. It's fine.
Well, when in doubt, wing it.
It is what it is. Yeah, I think Bandito's just going to attempt to punch him in the face.
Okay, let's do it.
Specifically, aim for the nose. 14.
5. I need 9 on the dice. Nope. Yeah, you'll hit.
Strength is 3.
Okay, 3 fatigue damage. You snap that. He goes to sucker punch you, and you're already pre-sucker punching him. He takes a step back and then launches himself back into this. $15. Sorry, it's actually 13 because he has a -2 because you're beating his ass.
What is it?
13.
I'll spin an edge to reroll
Very
the
well.
one die.
That
Shit.
probably did not go
God damn
as you
it.
intended. For the folks at home, he turned a 1 into a 2.
Is that enough? 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 3. Yeah, it's 13.
Okay. You take a hit, but you manage to block with your hands. It hurts. It stings. He has a lot of force behind his blows, probably more than you've encountered in a very long time. I mean, he hits like McGurk, but he's also wearing gloves.
Oh, I'm used to that punch.
You're up.
I think he's going to take the opportunity since he caught his hands to just knee him in the gut. Not the groin, the gut. 6, 8, 12.
6 plus 5 is 11 minus 2 is 9.
So 3 more fatigue.
Okay, he's at a minus 3 now.
Whew.
He takes your gut, hit, and then he goes for a counter gut himself, like grabbing your shoulders and trying to drive his knee up into your gut.
Okay.
9 plus 6 is 15, minus 3 is 12.
I don't have any more edge to reroll, so I take that.
Okay, you take 4 points of damage.
So it's 5 plus 11. So what was your roll? 12?
Yes.
Okay, so I had 11, so I take 4.
Yes.
Do I have any plot points?
Yes. You have 3 plot points. Wow, you want to spend one to get a free attack? And then you'd attack again immediately after.
Is that more advantageous? He's at a minus 3. I'm currently at a minus 2. Sure, I'll spin 1 to do so. And after taking the gut hit, just try to go for a clothesline. Just sweep him down. 7, 9.
Okay. This is going to be really bad if it works. 10 plus 5 minus 3
Is higher than none.
12. Yes.
Yeah.
You go for a clothesline, and he just ducks under it.
And then I'll go ahead and attempt to just punch him in the face.
Very well. Having a minus 3 in this fight really sucks.
Well, I have minus 2, so it's not as bad.
7. Yeah, but you started off good, and
Yeah.
it's made him miss.
I have a 10.
12 minus 3 is going to end up not being a 10.
So he takes 3 more.
He's now at minus 4. One more hit is going to put him down, but it is his turn. So victory seems like it's going to be pretty tough, but I never stop, never stopping. In the words of Commander Starleague, I gave up on giving up.
Question.
Me.
Is it if you fill the line of pips completely?
Yes, it has to be completely filled.
Okay. Before he makes his attack, I'm gonna spend a plot point to remove. Or how many plot points do I have? Do I only have the 1 or do I have 3?
3.
Okay.
Every plot point that you spend gives me a plot point, though. You're gonna remove a point of fatigue and bring
I'm
yourself back
thinking
up a
about
level.
it. He's at a minus 2. I'm minus 2, so I think
Well, tell me what it
Sure,
looks
I'll
like when you
move a-
remove it. Do you just, get into a taekwondo stance? You lock eyes with your
Slap
commanding
your head a
officer,
whole bunch and go into a rage.
suck down a little bit of that fresh oxygen,
I think
start moonwalking around the area.
he as he's like seeing that the Star Captain's about to go for a strike, he sees his target acquired screen and just aims for the throat. The Adam's apple. See, target acquired.
Let's see here. I get plus 6 minus 4, so 8, 14, 10.
11.
Okay.
No. 10. No, I got 10. Because
Okay.
I'm minus 1.
Yeah. So did you step back to? No, you didn't. You did another thing with plot points.
No, I spent a plot point to remove a pip, so I'm at a minus 1. So I'm
Okay.
minus 2.
Yeah. Like he goes in to drive after you, and you're refreshed enough that you fight him off with it, but just barely. Like he gets some hits on you. It's not enough to deal any damage, but he matches your defensive capability.
I will
spend
attempt
that
to
last plus point to get a double attack here.
I feel like it's advantageous.
It's like, no, don't do it. It's not worth it
It's
to risk
working
it.
now.
It's a trap.
It is
Not
a
over
trap,
this
isn't
shit.
it? No, I'll hold it. I'll just do my regular attack. This time aiming for the throat
Okay.
with a clothesline.
Watch me double six this.
I'll get a
No,
3,
it's over.
13.
Yeah, you got him. You slam him into a staggered position, and it forces him through the circle of equals, and he stumbles down and falls unconscious outside the circle. All of the techs and artisans begin leaving, as does the warrior, but the elemental is like pulling out a medical kit and like trying to revive him. It's gonna be a little while.
The bandito stops him.
Make him a bondsman.
That's not something you can do in a trial of grievance.
Oh,
He has been defeated. He does not deserve the honor.
I mean, the elemental turns his head towards you and says, Star Captain, I am providing medical assistance to my commanding officer. If you stop me again, I will remove your arm.
He is no longer your commanding officer.
He turns and continues providing assistance.
It's just that, like the.
So the only people in the room right now are disguised Terradin, disguised Blake Marsden, the elemental, and the unconscious person plus Bandito.
sounds like it's elemental killing time.
Yeah, go ahead. Engage that elemental in hand-to-hand combat.
I just shoot him in the back head with the pistol. Well, no. How loud is the last pistol?
I mean,
they
the
silenced?
explosion of his head is going to be a huge... Have you ever dropped a watermelon that has dozens of rubber bands around it? And when it hits the ground, the rubber bands slice it in half and explode it in two different directions. It'll
But
sound
how
kind of
loud
like
is
that.
it?
Loud.
Okay.
Is the door closed?
The door to the upstairs area is closed, yes.
Okay.
You're just gonna call up there. Miss Fire, we're good down here. We're all good. How are you?
Works every time.
Actually,
you could use the Wookiee prisoner routine,
hear
the
someone
elemental
call.
prisoner routine.
Here's someone yelling down from the top of the stairs.
I mean,
What's
the-
your day code?
Yeah.
What's yours?
I mean, the idea would be to shoot him, be like he wanted to join his master.
So
commanding
I
officer.
mean,
But I don't think. I think.
Blake is looking at you right now, Harridan, and he's like mouthing to you, like, "What are you doing here?"
Just look over at the elemental.
I didn't see that. Did you give the sign?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
gave the.
All right. He tracks and destroys you. He's like, "What is this?" You're like, "This is the sign, man. The universal sign for killing him."
Kill them.
No, I mean, he's got a laser rifle as part of his guard's outfit, so he just turns and shoots the elemental in the back with a pulse laser. Just holds the trigger down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like this guy gets shot a lot, and he goes ah, and screams in intense pain. It takes several seconds before the screaming stops because he's an elemental and he can get shot a lot.
Yeah.
At that point, someone does come to the top of the stairs and shout, like, "Do you need help down there?"
No, it is taken care of.
Okay, make a some form of deception check.
Okay.
Well,
I think it's under
technically, he's
acting.
telling the truth.
It is taken care of.
Acting.
It is acting.
Acting.
8, 11.
That's unfortunate. It's too bad you spent all of your edge. You hear the other guard from before go, "Yeah, I'm gonna just come down these stairs." And you hear, dum, dum.
I motioned to toss me a gun real quick.
All right, like Marsden tosses you his las rifle.
I was actually motioning for Bandito to cough up one of his guns.
I mean,
Bandito tosses Marsden one of his guns.
I'll toss him
Everybody's
my
juggling
las
guns.
rifle. I'll toss him my las rifle. Why not?
Okay, yeah, he'll take it. Like, he'll point it towards the stairs, waiting for this guy to...
No, get on either side of the door. Wait for the guy to step in.
Okay. Yeah, your plan is just ambush and shoot this guy. Make a small arms check real quick.
Okay. We'll just slowly lead them all down here, and
They are not lemmings.
One by one.
I'm gonna roll that.
There we go. That's
14.
Okay. So this guy comes down the stairs and exits the door and like peeks his head around with his rifle. And as he does, you hit him in the back, and Marsden hits him in the leg, and you just blast him with las rifle fire. He dies significantly faster. It crumples to the ground, and somebody shouts, "Are you sure you're okay down there?"
Yes, everything's fine. I drag the guard in and grab his gun.
Just a simple weapons malfunction. Nothing to be concerned about.
Make an actor check.
Yeah.
Would I be like allowed to go downstairs at this point?
No one is
I don't know
stopping
if
you
it's,
from
like-
going downstairs. Like, the art exhibit is breaking up. There's only a couple people here, and I mean, like, you've heard some alarming gunfire-like noises from downstairs, but everyone keeps shouting that everything's good.
Seems good.
I guess I'll go downstairs if it's
Just
allowed.
point at Bandito. Get what we need.
Okay. You're going downstairs. Are you telling anybody that you're going downstairs? Or saying anything?
Yeah, when I get to the stairs, I'm like, hey, I'm coming down to check on you guys.
Okay, so Marsden just shouts,
Okay.
"No, we're good. Don't come downstairs."
No, it is fine. She may come
She's
investigate.
Okay. She's okay.
She's cool.
She's cool. She's with us.
Because listen, if she didn't say anything, I was going to have Sid roll to shoot her, because it would be very funny and also very sad.
Whoops.
You may proceed with your days.
We need hurry the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have a few minutes before someone goes, "Hey, the Star Captain and his elemental never came up from that challenge.
I
And the
think
guard
he's-
is missing."
Two guards.
People keep going down in the basement. It's weird.
You should go check it out. I'll stay here.
Wow.
I thought the lasers disintegrated people, but I could be wrong.
Do the lasers disintegrate people? Because that would make things a lot easier.
Yeah. Would have made the elemental thing a lot easier.
But also
I essentially
make,
want to get this
disposing
guy's
of-
uniform and whatever I possibly need for access cards to get inside the place.
hand, eyeball.
Or hand, eyeball, yeah.
I think when Black Rabbit.
Actually, I'm going to carry the guy out. And motion for Harridan and them to clear the way.
I mean, I am but a humble manservant. I follow where you lead,
Sir.
sir.
Yeah, I'm going to carry the Star Captain out, actually.
Okay.
And act as if
He is
Break
intact.
his-
He hasn't been shot, so...
Break his neck or something first.
Oh, not yet.
He
Later.
wakes up.
He needs to be alive momentarily. I don't think he's going to wake up anytime soon, from what I can understand.
Gets hit a few more times just to make sure.
I mean, are you going to punch him in the head a few times? Are you really doing that?
I don't
just
think it's
asking.
necessary because does this guy seem like he's going to be out for a while?
Let me ask, how do you determine that? Are you a trained medical professional capable of telling
Black
when
Rabbit
someone
is.
will wake up?
Bandito looks at Black Rabbit,
Make a
preparing the
medicine
fist to punch
roll.
him.
Medtech.
What is this? And she just gestures to all of the dead bodies.
There are two
Only
of them.
two.
Yeah.
That's
One guy's still
that's
alive.
Just a minor disagreement. Nothing to worry about. Slight weapons malfunction.
Medtech?
Yep.
6 + 8,
14.
14.
14.
Yeah. This guy has got a subdural hematoma on his face. He's probably going to be out for several hours. It would be I mean, he's almost certainly has a concussion, and it would be wise for him to apply an ice bag to the back of his head.
And Josh, he's got a subdermal injury here. He probably needs an ice pack on his head. He possibly has a concussion.
How long is he going to be out?
Where is it? Right here? This spot?
Right there. Yes, right there.
I hit it.
Jesus. What is it with this cast and dirty fighting? You guys are, ugh.
Sir?
The place in my heart
Just making sure.
that pretends honor is real is crying right now so badly.
Yeah.
He should be out for a few hours. He
Good.
probably needs an ice pack.
Few hours. Good. I hit him again.
Sir, are you going to kill him?
Correct.
All right, what's the next part of the plan? You're bringing him where?
Essentially, we're going to bring him out, claiming that Victor myself will personally bring him to the command center to be attended to and to discuss the new discuss the new order of operations.
That is not part of a trial of grievance. You would have had to have challenged him to his trial of position.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
This is just you. I mean, if you wanted to take his position, you should have killed him, is what someone's going to say.
I state that he fought honorably, and so you're going to make certain that he is attended to as a warrior of his status is entitled.
Yep, that sounds good.
All right, so you haul him up to the upstairs, and there's like one artist left who's just like, Le Choc. As you drag him outside, the driver of his vehicle is just like, what has happened here?
It was a trial of grievance. He has lost.
All right. Put
I
him
will
in
be
the back.
taking him. No, I'll be taking him personally.
I mean, he looks at you like you're crazy. He says, put him in the back. I'm taking him to the command center. You can ride along if you want.
What rank is this person?
He's a Star Commander.
Star Captain outranks Star Commander.
That is correct.
And he's
I do not
ordering
think you heard me. I personally will be taking him.
So he says, where is Jacobs?
He will be meeting us there.
Starts reaching
He
for a
has
pistol
art
and
to
goes,
obtain.
this is pretty unusual. Who are you?
Star Captain Victor of the Moonblood.
Put the Star Captain down. Step away from him. I want to see a codex.
How many people are around right
He'll
now?
just drop the Star Captain like a sack of rocks.
Are they out next to the street at this point?
Yes, so you are in front of the art museum. You are on the red carpet. The bank truck's external camera is picking up everything that's happening here. The driver of the vehicle is basically like, I've never heard of you. None of the personnel that are supposed to be here are here. You know, the Star Captain lost, which is very unusual, and you're not following protocol as to the trial grievance.
How busy is the street?
Right now, not very busy. You know, it's the art district, middle of the day. Like, everybody should be inside doing their job.
If there's nobody around, we just run this guy over and pick everybody up.
Okay, that's your plan?
If there's no one around, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so he starts moving around his vehicle suspiciously, like, hand on his holstered pistol, and then out of, like, you could clearly see it coming, but the camera doesn't see it coming when a
Suddenly there's
bank
just a
truck
truck where he
slams
was
it in.
standing.
He smashes his head up against, like, he goes flying like 5 feet against the side of the bank, and then he smashes his head against it, drags down the side with some blood. I mean, if he's not dead, then at the very least, cracked his skull.
Oh, that is one way of
Marsden
handling
immediately picks up the Star Captain and is just like, what the fuck are we doing here? What the fuck are any of you doing here? And he's like slowly lifting the Star Captain into the back of the vehicle.
I'll go make sure the Star Commander is dead and relieve him of his...
How do you want to make sure he's dead?
I'm just gonna snap his neck.
Yeah.
Okay. You lean down. Are you okay,
Brutal.
buddy?
Are you
Yeah,
okay?
the
Are you okay?
ambulance guys get out real quick and they're like, oh my God, check on this guy.
Yeah,
He's dead.
Oh, look, a sidearm. I'll take that.
Yeah.
So Marsden is loading the Star Captain into the Star Captain's own, like, Hummer transport.
Now, where did we need to go next?
The Planetary Command Center,
Yes.
north of the
Let's
city.
go there.
All right, yeah. So Marsden like hops in the driver's seat and is just like, "Get in." What's the line from Mean Girls? Get in, bitches. We're shopping. You know what I'm
Something like
talking
that.
about. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's that scene. He's got his head on the back, or he's got his hand on the back of the back seat rest. There's a dead body in the back seat. Yeah. Get in,
The
losers.
dead body's in the back seat.
Sorry, he's not dead yet, right? He's unconscious, but yes, it's in the back
body
seat.
is in the back seat. Black Rabbit
Unconscious
calls
body.
shotgun and hops up front.
I was gonna say we put him in the front seat and we totally weakened from Bernie's this guy.
Yeah, that's not
No,
gonna
I'm just kidding.
pass.
The question about the
Also, at
bodies
least
that
make
we
sure
left.
that the Star Commander is hidden. The one's down
I
in the basement.
mean,
probably
there's
won't get
blood on the
noticed
side of
anytime
the
soon.
building. It's gonna be real hard to hide that.
Use his sleeve and
That you
Try
haven't
and do
cleaned
that.
blood before, I guess.
Can I just spray paint red over it to make it look like it's just spray paint?
Then it's gonna look like it's been tagged, but yes.
Puts the medic red cross over it.
Oh my god.
no, it's a
But
red,
it doesn't
it's
look
a
like
red
blood if
ja-
it's tagged,
Yeah,
right? So that's
you-
It's a red
suspicious.
Jaguar, of course.
Okay, I want to go back and ask where you got this spray paint from.
I have spray paint with me all the time. It's what I use to paint the thing.
It's true.
Fair.
Narratively,
That's fair.
that is a thing that happens.
my
She
God.
literally has two of those underarm holsters with just spray cans.
She just opens her coat and there's just
Yeah.
loads of bottles.
She's like one of those characters from what's that Nintendo game, Splatoon?
Yeah.
She just rolls with a super soaker
So-
worth of paint all the time.
I spray paint Kenneth Cross lives.
Ooh, wow.
Excellent.
Okay, yeah.
That internally pisses off Bandito a bit.
Good. Bandito
Now,
or-
about the bodies in the basement, were there was like an actual place to hide them, or
No,
like a-
as I mentioned, they removed all of the walls down
I mean,
there.
it's the basement. Nobody's going to check. This is all over. Probably nobody's.
No
gonna
one's
check down
gonna
there for a
go
while.
down there.
fair enough. Okay.
Probably.
Probably.
Almost certainly they will.
So
I guess you just need to get the job done. What parts would I need to access the command center with?
well, let's get to the drive on the way there. Who's going in what vehicle? You've got the bank truck. And you've got the Star Captain's personal Hummer.
Well, the Star Captain carrying the Star Captain should go in the Star Captain's personal Hummer.
Oh boy, way to make that confusing. Okay, so Bandito, you're in the second row back seat. I'm guessing that Sid is back there as well. Because Black Rabbit has shotgun and the unconscious body.
I'll drive that truck.
She
I'll
tends
get
to
out
call
of the
shotgun.
I'll get out of the ambulance, cut those guys loose, and drive the Star Captain vehicle.
I mean, when you open the driver door, the commandant is there, and he's just like, "What are you doing, warrant officer?"
Oh wait,
Blake
I got
Marsden.
confused then.
Yes,
Oh.
he is driving the truck currently.
Oh, he's driving the truck.
Yes.
All right, I'll lay down in the bed of the truck.
Okay, you get in the cargo area in the back.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as all of you begin driving away, and we're about to fade into the black screen, he just goes, "What the fuck is going on?" As we get the midpoint
Well,
of
you
the show.
see,
Welcome to my life.
It is a tale of nuclear weapons.
This guy's got the launch
Well,
codes.
okay,
now
Metal
we got
Gear.
the launch codes.
We'll be back for the second half in about 8 minutes. Stick around, friends. Twitch Prime?
Question mark?